we go, yo. Say what? What's the scenario?
Hey.
Alright. Lisa is a businesswoman who had a rival that was another businesswoman. Her name was Deja. They rivals, right? They hated each other for 20 years. So Deja ends up passing away, and Lisa always used to say bad things about her, but she keeps that same energy post Deja's death. You know, mutual friends of theirs are telling her like, yo, you should just let it go or whatever. But she's like, nah, like, I don't believe in that. Like, I'm keeping the same energy. Like, fuck you. Do you agree with that? Or like, where do y'all side? Do y'all let it go and just, the person's not there to defend themselves? Or do you feel like, you know, keep the same energy?
Me personally, thankfully, I don't really feel that way about too many people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if the person passed, I don't have to bring them. I can let it go.
Yeah.
As far as let it go, meaning that I don't have to unprovoked say something.
Yeah.
So it's the provoke part. Somebody asked me how I feel about a person, I'm gonna feel the same. Fuck them.
Yeah.
They're fucking dead. That's how you feel. I'm not tripping about that, but it's the unprovoked part where I'll be like, it's unnecessary. The person what's the point of keep bringing it up?
Yeah.
The problem is yourself now. The person's gone.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about that.
Took my answer to word for word. So it's like, as long as I'm not just like, if somebody asks me how I feel or if a situation like, so what happened between you? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what it was, but I'm not about to just wake up this morning like, I'm gonna talk shit about this bitch today. Like, I ain't doing.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this: if somebody does do that, do you have a problem with it?
Yeah, but like, nigga, who asked for your opinion? Who asked you to speak on this dead person? Like that? There's nobody.
I hate that motherfucker. I hope he died. Wait, get up, live, and die again. Fuck that person.
I think
pass the grade.
I think for me, I guess it's certain. Just from my moral standpoint, I ain't saying everybody gotta operate the same way I operate. I might let you get your shit off, but I feel like it's a certain line though for me where I'm like, all right, you might have went a little too far.
Jesus.
Like
what I said wasn't far enough.
Nah. So listen, what I'm saying is, so like what I'm saying.
What's the lie?
So look, like if a nigga's like, oh, we smoking on that person, like for me, that's in my mind, I'm like, all right, that's kind of a little too far. Like I can't pinpoint this is my boundary. I can just sense when I see it, I'm like, all right, you might have went a little too far. Like I can see you went a little too far.
I didn't even think about that. Niggas say I'm smoking that nigga pack all the time. I'm provoked.
Yeah. So now as far as
because it sounds cool,
so look,
it's alright.
as far as what you saying though, like, so I've had situations where like a couple niggas passed away and maybe they had an issue with me, right? But I remember somebody would ask me like, you know, like why y'all didn't get along? And I would tell them, and I remember at one point somebody saying, man, you shouldn't even be telling people what it was because they not here to defend themselves. I'm like, nah, nigga, that's what this person did. This was our situation. I'm sorry they're not here, but this is really what it was. I didn't feel like I was disrespecting them. Like I feel like just because a person died don't mean that they didn't do whatever they did or they didn't feel the way that they felt. I didn't disrespect them when telling what happened. I'm just saying this is why the person had an issue with me.
No. What I'm saying is, I believe you have a right to say how you feel about a person, whether they're dead or alive. Mm-hmm. And even if you are not saying it in a bad tone, that's subjective.
Watch your tone.
Disrespect is subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody might feel, regardless of the problem you have, if you talk about somebody in any negative light, even if it's just rehashing a fight or rehashing thing, I take it as disrespect.
Yeah. Okay.
So
well, you can feel that way.
So what I'm saying is,
but I'm gonna say what I want to say.
I'm just saying is, you're saying I'm not being disrespectful. Somebody might disagree with you with that.
I mean, yeah, I can agree with that. But as long as I'm saying like, if I'm telling you what happened to me, and especially if you weren't there in the situation, you're gonna tell me I'm disrespectful. Nah, what if this person did something to me?
Should that be disrespectful? So let's say you didn't beef with somebody. You had a fight with somebody one time in the 8th grade, and you got the best of them. 20 years later, that person died. And a month later, or let's say a year after that, he died. Y'all was talking about like fights we had on the podcast. Oh, back in 8th grade, me and cousin Ski I beat him. So is that disrespectful?
So for me, I think it's only disrespectful if you go like, yeah, I beat his motherfucking ass. I was whooping that nigga ass. That nigga know he couldn't handle me type shit. Then I'm like,
What's the
Get your
difference?
shit off.
That's
no,
a story.
no, listen.
No, different.
The story
If you been telling that same story,
okay.
Rest in peace to this nigga, man. But I'm gonna tell y'all what really.
That's what I'm saying.
happened.
That's what I'm trying to say. I think there's ways to be respectful.
Sugarcoat that.
I think that me
Rest in
personally.
peace, that nigga's a good dude, but back. Well, as soon as you say the
No, listen. I think me personally, there's ways to tell a story and still be a little bit respectful. Now, if you want to get your shit off, that's fine. But if we on a podcast and you're on the podcast like, yeah, that nigga, he know what happened. I stuck his ass out. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right.
If you're on social media, somebody asks
that's
you,
a little too much.
that's the top. Like,
I think that's more something you should be discussing in person with somebody. I wouldn't get online and put that up.
So as long
Just
as
'cause, like
it
I
doesn't
said.
get out publicly, it's fine.
Yeah, kind of. Like I said, I can't pinpoint necessarily what the line is, but I know for me, it's like I know when I feel like it's going too far.
I guess what I'm saying is, should it be disrespect regardless, or is it just if it gets like you gotta find a
If me and Brandon and you are having a personal conversation about a nigga that I beef with, and I'm just telling y'all what happened in the beef, right? And even me personally,
and you're trying to be respectful.
me personally, I'm
you're
like,
embellishing it.
Yeah.
But the person's like, why are you even speaking on that?
My niggas ask me, I can do that. Now, you can also do what you said on the podcast, but you're asking me. I'm never not gonna tell a nigga you can't do this. I'm gonna just be like, damn, bro. I'll let you know. I'll be like, damn, bro, you coming kind of hard. You think you're getting a little disrespectful?
Just hearing this, I think the best bet is you just don't speak on the dead, bro. Cause you never know how people can take shit.
I can agree with that, but I also wouldn't be. It depends on who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to my homies, I think that my homies would be more. You know what I'm saying? I know who I can tell this story to.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a nigga that let's say a nigga I just met that may have known both of us, and he like, why didn't y'all ever be? I'm be like, man, I don't even want to discuss that. I'm gonna hold that down.
Yeah.
But if I'm with my niggas, then yeah, I'll tell y'all niggas, yeah, this is what happened. Blah blah blah. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't never gonna do that against an op unless that nigga was a real op. Like I ain't never had a real op. Like even when niggas died and had problems like
Last
me.
week you said that rape shit unforgivable, like molesting a child.
I said that.
Or one of y'all said that person died.
No, I disrespect that nigga. Disrespect that nigga. There's no hand, no holds barred. Fuck that nigga. He was a rapist. I don't even want to smoke on him because I don't smoke on rapists. So you know, fuck that nigga.
Damn. Alright.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
That's on phone, man.
Yeah, okay. Sticky. He back.
So that's how Cousin Sticky.
Cousin Sticky and his fiance are cleaning out the house to free up a little space around there. So Sticky finds his fiance's old letters from her childhood, you know, from her school, you know, past boyfriends and whatnot. So he tells her that she doesn't need these letters anymore, so he just gonna throw them out. And she's like, no, you better not throw out my shit. Those are memories from my childhood. Cousin Sticky's pissed. You know what I'm saying? Who do y'all agree with?
Her.
Bro, I kind of zoned out there.
Nah, this shit happened.
Quick rundown. Cousin Sticky and his fiance.
Yeah.
They're cleaning out the house.
Okay.
He finds her old letters from school that she saved, like high school and stuff.
Gotcha.
He tells her he wants to throw them out because she don't need them no more.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying she wants them basically for sentimental value.
Mm-hmm.
He's pissed. Who do you agree with?
I agree with her, bro. That's some bullshit. This shit happened to me before, so this shit personal.
Everybody look like you had hella notes.
I did. I had a teddy bear. I cut a hole in it, and shit was all stuffed with the notes. But that's a whole different thing. Hey, nah, cause somebody gave me that shit. But nah, them shit was all love letters. I threw the hate ones away. And then I'm
like his yearbook.
Then that young lady had went through and found that stack of letters, and she read every single one. I had them shit spread across my bed and was like, yo, why the fuck you still got this shit? Like, just went in on that. I'm like, yo, this shit was years ago. Like, I just wanted to keep it, you know?
Yeah.
Just years of the wood. And shit turned into a big ass fight. She's like, yo, so you want me to burn them or throw them out the window?
Shit.
I think me, I agree with keeping the the sentimental value. Now, I could kind of, maybe if they're inappropriate, like some of them are inappropriate, I might, you know what I'm saying, get rid of that. Like if it's saying like, man, when you, like you know how them high school letters was like, yeah, you fucked the shit out of me last night, blah blah blah, or after school, or come fuck me after school. Like yeah, like some shit like that. Like okay, I can see maybe getting rid of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just what do you need that for?
I mean, if the letter specifically is with somebody that it's either been a problem in our relationship or it's still too close for comfort.
I ain't saying like, okay,
maybe.
I wouldn't tell you.
Outside of
I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. Say if that was you, that was your situation, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, that was your situation. And let's say that she found some notes and it was real inappropriate. I would say to you, I get it, bruh, but there has to be some kind of compromise. I would say. So I would say this: keep the love letters that are appropriate. If they're inappropriate, I would either tell you need to go put them shit somewhere else, or I would say that you know, if it makes her feel uncomfortable, why can't you get rid of it?
I did get rid of them, but
I'm saying if it makes her feel uncomfortable, think about if the note made her
that's
feel
why I got
uncomfortable.
rid of all of them, even the ones that just said, "Hey."
So
man,
you compromised, but you kind of went a little bit over the compromise.
I ain't have a choice.
Excuse me.
This is I'm picky about this, man. No homo. I don't know if I can say that.
No, was that homo?
Listen, not rap too much.
Yeah.
But we talking about old shit anyways. But like I get the whole sentimental thing, keeping stuff. Like I don't delete like old text messages. I still have my old phones and shit like that. Like some of the shit you gotta delete.
Yeah.
Like you might have like news here, whatever. But in general, like that shit's like a time machine. Like sometimes you might look back like, oh yeah, I remember blah 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 blah. You don't have to do it often,
Yeah.
but it's just for some similar reasons. But with old girl be mad because Sticky had the same ones. You know what I'm saying?
What?
If Cousin Sticky had his own box of privates from high school and shit, how would she feel about it?
It's the double
I mean,
Double standard.
I don't know if that's a double standard. That's why. That's why I tried.
I mean, I don't know how.
So at first I had it if she found his notes. But I feel like that was too easy.
Yeah.
So I switched it around. So I'm not even looking at it. I didn't even want to look at it like that. I wanted to look at it from a situation as far as from a man. See, because we went back to what he went through. I'm talking about as the man.
I would.
If it made you uncomfortable,
It probably would make me uncomfortable, but at the same time, it would just depend how she want.
that's what I'm saying. Like I would feel like if it's certain type of letters, like if it's a certain, like if it's just literally like this is like just literally like maybe like would you be my girlfriend or you know shit like that.
Fuck that nigga.
Even though me personally, I'm not gonna read your shit, so I probably wouldn't even have that issue
And that's what I'm saying.
because I'm not gonna read it.
I probably wouldn't want to.
But let's just say that the nigga read it.
That's the problem.
He's wrong for that. But I also feel like eventually if it's gonna continue to be an issue, then it's better off to like for you to just get rid of it or go hide it somewhere. Take a picture of it then throw it away or some shit. You know what I mean? Like there's other ways to
I'm
do
really
it.
conflicted on that because like if it was mine, I would want to keep it, but I don't want her to keep it.
You also don't want to hear about that shit all the time for the next week or whatever. That's why I said, man, take that shit somewhere else.
Knowing me,
hide that motherfucker.
I would
If she got a problem with it, she gonna be like, yo, you get rid of that shit in front of me, like rip that bitch up, throw it in the trash can, do something like that shit gotta go.
if I was me, I'm telling Cousin Sticky, bro, just get over it, dog. Just don't read it. You're dumb enough to read it. Let it stay. Especially if she not like reading.
That would be my initial thing, like
Reading it every day. If it's just there like storage,
Yeah.
and it's like something to look back.
Yeah, now
after
your ass is
15
sitting out
years
there every month I see you pulling out the notes and
looking at it like, damn, I remember when Devon used to like what? No. But if it's there and then like maybe when y'all grown, your kids might be grown by it. Let me see what y'all did in high school. That's a funny memory.
I wish I still had the letters so I could show my son.
That's what it is. It's like it's how you dedicate. It's just shit like that. So
I agree with that.
as long as out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
That's compromise.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. What's the scenario? Alright, so this is taken from a TV show. So you and your partner are in the criminal activities, right? But you hide it from your children. So it's like
It's like about that Netflix movie?
No.
Okay.
Let's see if you get it. So y'all in the criminal activity, but y'all hide from your children. Your children don't know. Y'all live like lavish lifestyle, whatever. And then eventually it gets caught up because you got to lie to your children, which you really do. And your oldest finds out. Your oldest
power.
Exactly, that power. Your oldest son finds out, and like you try everything. You try to put them in a boarding school. You try to punish them. You try beating them. You try doing everything. You even try to get away from your lifestyle eventually to change it. But he feels like you've been lying to me my whole life, and I'm a reflection of you. Do you cut ties with him because he's a criminal in the making, or do you try to coach him and make him the best criminal he can be so he don't get caught?
No, if I'm trying to get, so let's just assume that, like you said, it's like power, and you said you even trying to get out of the lifestyle, because you know that there's only a few ways out, and that's usually dead or in jail. But you might be the lucky one, and he don't realize that to get out of that situation.
Remember,
right?
You've been lying to him.
So look, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna tell my son this, like, yo, son, I need you to understand, and if we're gonna relate back to power, I don't think that he really ever had a real conversation with Tariq, and that was the issue.
I'm taking it more for Tasha, by the way.
Okay, yeah. So okay. Well, no, I don't recommend what Tasha did, like making him the best criminal he can be. But Tasha also didn't want the father out of the light. She wanted him to be a drug dealer forever too.
But she never wanted her son to be a drug dealer.
Yeah, but I mean.
So what I'm saying is you realize that your child.
Okay, so let me just speak from a parent perspective. I was in the streets. I lied to my children. I would tell them, I'm sitting them down. We're gonna have a conversation. And I'm gonna let them know, hey, look, man. We come from different circumstances, right? My circumstances, I felt like at the time, that's all I could do. And it turns into that. The reason why I lied to you was to protect you from what we were doing. But you see, I've made my way out. I'm making my way out of that life. What I'm gonna tell you is, I'm not, like, I wouldn't necessarily disown them or nothing. But I'll be like, look, I don't condone you being in the street. I've done everything that I know that I possibly could. I might not be perfect, but in my mind, I always have done the best that I could for you. I did what I thought were the right decisions. I've made my mistakes. I hope you don't hold those against me forever. But I'm just letting you know, I don't condone what you're doing in the streets. And let's say that he's of age, I'm gonna be like, look, and I can't have you in this household if that's what you're gonna do, because I got other kids to worry about. And that'll be it.
I would never disown my kids, cut them loose, whatever.
What would you do in that situation?
You're not gonna cut loose criminal in the house, and you trying to let him got out of life?
No, getting them out of my house is not cutting loose.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying.
No, I'm saying like, I'm gonna look. I would literally take them with me and like show them, look, these are the consequences. This is how other people talk to them to try to get through their head. Mm-hmm. Now, if you feel like you've been lied to all these years, you may think that these folks is lying to you. Mm-hmm. I may put you in a mock situation that I know you're not gonna physically or criminally get in any trouble, but it's just to show you, I'm like, yo, you really want to go through that? This is real. Mm-hmm. Now, from there, look, if you choose to live this life, I love you, still my kid. You can't be under my roof because I have your brother and your sister underneath, and I can't have all that going on. But, like, look, if you're going to do it, hey, I'll pray for you, be safe. But I'm not condoning what you're doing, and I'm not cutting you off. Like, I still love you, I'm here for you, but you can't be under my roof doing that.
See, when I first seen Tasha do that shit, I was like, this is the worst parent, dumbest shit in the world. But then I started thinking, how conditioned he was based on their whole lifestyle and their lives. So and then you don't know, like, I'm gonna say you don't know, but I think that affects a person's psyche so bad. Like, everything you knew was a lie, that it's almost like that's all they know to do. As a parent, if you say you're not gonna lose in my house, if you want to be a criminal, go do it over there. You know the game. Is that a death sentence? Is that a jail death sentence?
Not really. Nobody talked. Let's say you talk about ghosts. Nobody talked ghosts. Like he got it from out the street too.
But if I'm in the streets, I'm gonna say you getting out of miles, but I'm still gonna have.
But how you know ghosts in? Ghosts in guys.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
I would try to school my child on how the best way not to get caught. I think I would.
I wouldn't do that.
I think I would, only because it's like, if you're gonna do something wrong, do it right. Because I feel responsible for it. Because it's like, if they go in jail and they go to get killed, they're gonna be like, whose fault is it?
So then, okay, so look, ask yourself this. So basically, you create this dude, and then younger siblings see who he is, and then they want to do it. So then what? You want him to teach them, or you gonna teach him again because of that? Because you just feeling guilty? You just gonna teach all your kids how to be gangsters?
Keeping a family.
Nah,
I'm not saying.
See, that's why I'm saying that. I'm not saying. Listen, I love you, son, and I understand that I've made mistakes that have made you who you are. But I gotta at least try to rewrite these with my younger children. And if you're gonna be here influencing them, and I don't agree with your lifestyle, then I can't have that. That's the thing. I gotta worry about my other kids now. You want to be in the streets? I gotta worry about my other kids now.
I'm trying my best to keep it both.
I did what I could
at my house,
but I'm not gonna teach you.
I'm still gonna coach you.
I mean, I ain't gonna say necessarily I would, but I would have somebody out there with eyes on him, making sure like, hey yo, if he gonna do it,
I mean, all that shit sound good, bro. That sound like some movie shit though.
Yeah, I'm gonna coach him.
I'm talking about just realistically.
If you're gonna do this, this is what you need to look out for. This is what you need to do.
I feel like that's some movie shit too, bro. I feel like when a nigga, especially a young boy, get in the streets, he don't give a fuck about what his parents telling him.
That's why I wouldn't.
He gonna go out there and he gonna do whatever the fuck he wanna do.
I think it's different.
I don't think he gonna be like, Dad, teach me the game. He gonna be like, no, I think I wanna get it on.
I think it's different if your dad is a drug lord though.
I don't think it's necessarily even different all the time like that. I don't think it's that different.
Definitely different if your dad drug lord.
I don't even think it's necessarily that different, because I feel like especially a young teenager, bro, niggas, we all dumb when we 16, 17. Like even if the dad do give you the game, you still gonna, and some shit you gonna go rogue about. Like you gonna do what you wanna do.
Yeah, but
so that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
That's not a reason to me not to give him game, because there's a chance he.
I'm just not giving you game, period.
I got.
Because then you might end up tying. And then
That's the reason why. That's the reason why you gotta get out the house.
Yeah, you might end up tying me into some shit. Now I'm doing. Now if we both doing time, then what? Now my kids is even worse off. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for that, bro. I mean, listen, I can't take back what I did. I can't. No, you can't. Yeah. It is my fault, but at the same time, you know.
We on Facts and Couch.